Good day and welcome to the Financial Literacy Corner. My name is Chirizima Wongu, your financial literacy expert. And you know very well when we meet like this, we are going to be talking about financial literacy. We are going to be talking about businesses, entrepreneurship, things that will make you make money. And that's exactly what this is all about. So we are happy today to announce that we have a guest that we have been waiting for some time. I believe you have been waiting for him too. You have been asking yourself, why are they not inviting him? Mr. Manenzhe himself, R55, is here with us. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I know you by the name R55. I don't know your name. I don't know your surname properly. So we call you R55. And I want you to, at least today, explain to our viewers who is Mr. R55.
Yeah, some people call me Mr. Caravan, some people call me Mr. R55. By the way, my name is Samuel Manenzhe.
Yes.
I was born in Venda some years back.
Yes.
I grew up in Venda.
Yes.
I come from the village called Shakadza,
Shakat.
Niani. Down there in Venda, in rural Venda. So I'm a married man with 3 kids and a beautiful wife, Portia.
Yes, a beautiful wife. I love that. A lot of times we don't mention wives. We end with kids.
Yes, yeah.
So it's good that we are mentioning your beautiful wife.
That's basically
And
it.
and are you running the business alone, or she's very involved in the business?
She is involved in not fully, but she do run a lot of stuff, finance, and also check that how things are. She was initially full time in when we started. It's a family business, and
Yes.
I was fortunate because I grown up in a family business, so I understand. Though it was very difficult when we start. I have my own ideal of the business and her own ideal. So it was a bit of conflict in the start. And with women, when the money's out, they are not so happy. So it causes a lot of friction at start. But as soon
Yes.
as the money flows in, they are the ones that calculate the money. So that's basically it.
Okay.
My background is engineering. I've done engineering, and which I practice it, engineering, and also I've been in the business for more than 9 years. This one, the famous food, the catering one. But before that, I've done a couple of businesses. I just guess I grew up with the blood of business. I was fortunate that my late father had businesses, so I started running my late father businesses at the age of 11. I
Wow.
could run the whole shop alone in holidays, even in the weekends. So that's where the love of the business started. So as much as I remember, when I was at Tando Technical High School at boarding school, I used to sell sweets, snacks, I just think I have loved the business from the way go. So that's how I have done. I've done a lot of things before. I've sell perfume. I always sell. I don't know, but I think it's beyond the finance or the money. I just love selling. And I was fortunate because my character also, I'm the people's person. So I loved communicating to the people. So it made it easier for me to sell anything.
Yes. And talking about loving to sell, because a lot of challenges in business, a lot of challenges come when you are chasing the money. When you start and then you are now saying, I'm not making profit, and then you start worrying about that and start worrying about that. The next thing you're like, I can't do this anymore.
Unfortunately, we live in the era where everything is all about money. Everyone is chasing paper, chasing money. So I guess it's in all of us. And I think it was because I will talk about myself. There was no mentorship for me to say why I do business. So we had all in mind that I just need to make millions. And unfortunately, when you look at the business side, it's very few people are fortunate to start and making millions. And that's when you realize that you need to distinguish between your passion and also the love of the money. And it's a difficult one because I love money as well. I love I love making money. And when I go to the business, it was opposite at first. First 5 years was a very difficult one. So that's when I realized that, oh, I think a lot of youth doesn't have information or knowledge, and most people glamorize the business world. It's not always a glitz and shine. There's a lot of things that you go through, and it's a difficult world, I must say. So one needs to be emotional ready to be in the business, and one need to know that you're gonna face a lot of disappointment along the way. But as long as you've got passion and drive, you're definitely gonna make it.
Yes. Yeah. So when you talk about all these things and you're talking about spending 5 years not really making good profit, then it start to bring questions now. I start wondering that how many businesses survive for 5 years, because a lot of times people are thinking that within the first year things are going to be fine. I'm going to buy my first car and then maybe go and get my house and I'm going to be enjoying myself. But you are saying that the first 5 years are very difficult. Can you tell us a bit about your first 5 years? We know now that you have different places where you're selling, but when you started, how did you start?
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, we all think I'm going to crack it in the first years of businesses. Very few people are fortunate to get to that point where they started in a year or 6 months, they've got the latest Mercedes Benz. But in most cases, what people doesn't tell us is that most business suffer at first. I'll give example to myself and my wife. We started from our savings, which was the money that we using in a day to day. Obviously, we had different reasons to say this is we're saving for kids, for school, and so forth. So we have to use that savings, which already you are at minus. So in order for you to crack, it's a very difficult, and you know that we're in the catering business. It's a difficult one to convince people that you need to come and eat my food. People are very sensitive with food. So it took a long to start to make profit. So we started a very way back in our garage. So we tried to minimize the cost, and obviously when we start, we were not making much. So I remember I used to hire a test from somebody, which was used to do delivery and also to do day-to-day things. So if you can look financially, already I was in minus. I was paying the car, I was paying the employees, and I was buying the food. And one of the mistakes that we normally do, it's cost. When we start, we don't know exactly how much I'm making in one plate.
Yes.
So our price were very minimal, which we're not making much. So that's one thing that I've learned to say. You need to do a thorough research before you can start any business, because it can seem like you're making a lot, and at the end of the day, you are making maybe in plates you're making 20 rand or 10 rand, and when you calculate, you say, but I've sell a lot, but I'm not making a lot of money. Yeah, my story is it's a very low a way back, which I started. I failed. We started. We also went to study in Oliven. I think we're
Yes,
doing
Oliver.
chicken dust. It didn't work. It was not my target market where I was working, and I realized that this is not what I was looking for. I then tried to go to taxi rank, and I remember the first day we sell nothing, zero, and I was so
Wow.
disappointed. And we go back and to the drawing board and see how we can improve from that. So it was a long journey, which was full of potholes, and until we come where we are, it's been like now 7 years. And before that, I think we do 2 years of where we just do catering and for events, which it's plus minus 9 years. So you can realize that it was a long journey to be where we are. you have to go through a lot of failure, if I may put. I'm not ashamed that I've failed a lot in the process. And I think one, you have to come to the point when you realize I'm doing this. If it's not working, you just have to do another way around, just to check what else can I do to improve myself. So yeah, it's been a long, rough years. And unfortunately, when people look at you, you realize that, oh, he's making a lot of money. But
That's exactly how people look
yeah,
at you.
you at the finance expect, you know that it's not always about the number, maybe not adding, but while you're doing sales. So I think that's where I have learned a lot, and it was comes, with finance, once you lose or once you at minus, it takes a lot. And with us, we have to go borrow money from the bank. You still have to pay the bank. You're owing the bank a lot of money. It was just a mess. And I think with me, maybe what really contribute, maybe it was the issue that I was an engineering student.
Yes.
I was not too keen in terms of accounting and managing the money,
Yes.
budgeting the money. Well, I had a bit of knowledge growing up. I was this person that always saving money. I always work on the principle to say at least I must save 10 to 20% from the money that I get. I was fortunate. One of my best friend was actually guiding me or advising me that if you can save at least 10% of your any money that you get,
Yes.
it will go
A long
a
way.
lot. Yeah. So uh, I was fortunate because I had that best friend, which he started way back when I was at university. So it became a norm for me to say, each time I get money, 10% I need to save. But regardless of that, I still have to make financial mess,
Yes.
which it was um, a way to learn. But sometimes we learn in a hard way,
Yes.
and sometimes it will take long to recover. A loan can take 2, 3 years
2, 3 years or 5.
yes. So yeah, I think what I can advise young people to say, when you started, do a proper research and see where the money you can get and how to save the money, because I think that is the best thing in the business. To say, if the sales of the money are not coming, you're not gonna go anywhere.
You're not going to go anywhere because you have no cash flow.
Yes.
And one thing that young people should know is that it's not easy, but it's possible.
Yes.
It's not easy, but it's possible. And that is very important.
Yes, I think the message should be, it's not easy, it's doable, and it can be done. It just needs somebody who's very, what do you call it, a responsible person to say, if you get 5,000 in the business, doesn't mean that it's a 5,000. You're probably gonna get 500 rents and as a profit. So once one learn and understand the business of finance, that's where you
Yes.
could understand that when I get 20,000, doesn't mean I can go and buy a Louis Vuitton. It
Yo.
doesn't mean that that's my money. That's a business money. And yeah, I think knowledge is very important in terms of finance.
Knowledge. And that is why out of every 10 businesses, you will find that they say about more than 5 of those businesses fail.
Yes.
And where they are failing most of the time, I believe, is number one, obviously, is the fact that people are expecting miracles at the beginning.
Yes.
And number two is also the fact that the relationship with money is not yet there. And when you were talking, I was listening to you when you said, I started selling in my dad's business when I was a young man. And that already gives us a picture that you are working with money. Every single person that comes in comes with money.
Yes.
And it means then that you get so used to money in such a way that you are not shocked when you see a lot of money.
It's unfortunately as you grow in the 20s, even though I was groomed at the early age, obviously when you started, you do a lot of mistakes. I remember when I buy my first polo, my take home I think was around 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, but I went and go and buy the car, which cost more than 50% of my salary. I think looking back, I was like, what am I thinking? And I think that's where most of the people do the mistakes in terms of financial literacy, because there I was using more than half of my salary to the car. By then, maybe because it was easy because I was staying in Sunnyside, I had the flat in Sunnyside, I was alone, I was single. So it worked for me then. But looking at it now, it's like that was the biggest mistake of my life that I've done. And unfortunately, when you've done that, it took me 5 years to go back to pay the car and started investing in the property. But so that's a lesson to set. We get excited when we start getting work. We get excited when we get money. But one need to teach the youngsters that you can start probably with a small car than Polo that I started. But by then I was just like excited. I've been to school. I get a job and nice job. And I was just too excited. That was a mistake that most people do. And also credit card as well.
Yes, credit cards. Talking about credit cards, during your time, credit cards used to come at the post office. They used to post them.
Yes, it used to be that. And it used to be a very, very glamorous thing, if I may
Yes.
put it that way. When you have got credit card, you look at the person who made it in life. So unfortunately, we didn't have the financial information of how it works. So they could give you 50,000 and you pay only 500, and just like, "Oh, it's nothing. I'm paying nothing." But you didn't realize in the long term it's gonna affect your financial issues. So that's where one need to learn. But I think we've got to teach our youngsters about that and teach them that this is the mistake that we did and they need to learn out of it. Because I think even now it's still the issue. Most of the youngsters, I still see what I've done, that a person earns 15,000 rand, but they
Yes.
pay a Vrupa which worth 8,000. And that person, the money comes into the salary, he left with nothing.
Yes.
You still have to pay food, there's petrol, there's a place to stay, but it's there. I'm not so sure how can we avoid that, or how can our young people avoid that, but it's still happening. I've seen
It's
it
still
a lot.
happening.
Yes, where people come and buy a plate of 70 rand, but the money declined. Because I think we can't even remember sometimes with finance, you should know when you've got money in the account, you can't even check how you
check.
spend. You just boom. Like now it's December time. Most people have got 13 check. We're just happy to use it, but we don't think that we need to evaluate that and how our spending also when the January comes.
Yes.
It's still the same thing. I spoke on my behalf of myself that every year is the same thing that we do. I get shocked. It's January, but it's been like that for years and years. So yeah, I think that's the lesson for finance is just too deep.
It's too deep. And the reason why people are still doing that, we were talking about it somewhere else, saying the reason why in December a lot of people end up overspending is because some of them are seeing a lot of money that they have never seen before in their account.
Yes.
And they don't even check their balance when they swipe. By the time they get to R55 to buy a plate of pap and fleis, there's no money in their account.
Yes.
And that is one thing. But the other thing is, when we were growing up, especially as like you and me who are coming from villages, there are those who are coming also from townships. We used to believe that people from the big cities will come back in December. And when they come back with a lot of things. And that myth is still there even now. When people get to December, they want to show off.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's become a norm in most of the households, and the way we come from, especially in rural areas, is still the thing. Unfortunately, it's an issue to set. People expect you to offer a lot, your family expect you to do a lot. And in most cases, we don't want to disappoint them. So we have to overspend, even when you know that you don't have that money.
Yes.
I'd rather go and borrow, or I'd rather go and use my 13 check to buy a lamb or a goat or whatever case, which is there's nothing bad about it. But if you plan about it, I think finance, you need to make sure that you plan ahead.
Yes.
So you have knowing that I've saved 5,000 or 10,000, I'm going to use it for festive season. But in most cases, you realize people just go home, relative, malume, and everyone just want to have a piece of your money because they believe that when we're this side, it means that we've got a lot of money, and which is not the truth.
It's not the truth.
We are the one that
No.
doesn't have money because there's a lot of things that we pay in a day-to-day basis. So unfortunately, one have to learn to draw a line where you can even tell your parents that I cannot afford 50 rand, I can afford 30 rand. That's what we need to learn, and also tell the cousins to say, I can only afford to give you maybe 100 rand for a t-shirt, but I cannot give you 2,000 rand to buy a fancy t-shirt. So we need to be true to ourselves and true to be our family, true to be to our family to say, I can only afford chicken. I cannot afford goat.
Yes.
That's I think that was the message. But I think now it's not that bad because we have got a relationship with our parents where you can tell them to say
Yes.
this is what I can afford. Previously, it was something that you cannot even discuss.
No.
They want you to do that, and that's where most people always laugh about it when they were said they don't have money for petrol to come back to work, and
Yes.
it's a reality for many. And you realize that person had 13 check on December, but come January doesn't have a money to school fees, and money to petrol, and it become a very long month, and it become a vicious cycle that we do it every year.
Yes. And it's
So
a vicious cycle, and we are repeating the same mistake every single year.
yes.
But I want to come back to what you are currently doing. We heard about your journey coming to this level where you are now, where the business is now stable. Where do we find um, your R55 or Manenzhe food? Where do we buy this food if we want it?
Okay. We're currently at our head office that's in R55,
Yes.
and that's off ramp of N14 as you go in towards R55 or Pretoria West in the left. You cannot miss it. It's always fully packed. So you will see we are caravan now. It's yellow. We get some sponsor from MTN.
Wow.
So yeah, and the good part is once you start working hard, even the big brands started to recognize you.
Yes.
So I think it's a motivation to us as well. We have got one caravan in Sunnyside. Um, I can give them the details. I don't have a specific
It's fine.
location for that. And January we're gonna have one here in Midrand, just not far from here.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we currently do, and that's how we are. And obviously, we have got our catering, which we cater for all the events, whether getting married, anniversary, funerals, anything that it's for gathering. We do that. We do speed price. We do all type of foods. Whether you want seafood, we want everything. And yeah, that's where we find us, and that's where we're going. And currently, I'm just started this month. I'm just excited to divert my business. We just started a logistic department.
Yes.
So we are busy with carrying the goods from here to other province and locally. So the brand is expanding. We call it Manenzhe Group. So Manenzhe Group have got a catering site. Now we started with the logistics. So believe on diverting a lot of portfolios. We cannot just on food only.
Yes.
But it depends what you wanna see yourself in future. So I'm excited that the Manenzhe have got born another group now. The food side have created another group. So I'm excited about the future. We're still gonna have more and more. And
Yes.
obviously, I would like to have people like you that assist us with finances and try to show us the way, because sometimes we can just go bald-headed and think we knows the business, but one needs to get people like you who will advise you to say no, you're going in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, most people, they don't know the importance of having somebody who have got financial background or assisting you. Obviously, there's a lot of things in a business. There's
Yes.
SARS, there's a whole lot of things that one needs financial planner or financial somebody who knows businesses. And yeah, that's where we currently are. And it's exciting time. It's December. We're working so hard day and night. And
Yes.
yeah, we are growing as a group.
Congratulations on the new venture.
Thank you so
You know,
much.
I saw my manager group and the truck there. The advert started, I think, 6 months ago.
Yes.
And I was under the impression that this business is already running. But you're saying that this is now where you are going to be running it fully. But the marketing strategy is always amazing me all the time. Because your marketing strategy, I don't know, did you do marketing?
No, I didn't do marketing, but I also believe on marketing. I always laugh with friends who said, if you cannot see me on socials, you should know that I'm an ICU. Even if I'm still in the hospital, I will still do the market. I believe that even if you have got the best product in the whole world, but if people doesn't know about it, you are nothing, or it's not gonna go anywhere. I always give myself an hour around 4 or 5 a.m. just to dedicate it to marketing every day from January to December.
Wow.
Every day. Whether I'm at certain areas, I will just have to access the phone. So that's why I always laugh about it. Is if you don't see me on the socials, I'm at ICU. If I'm still even in the hospital, I'll ask the nurse to give me the phone. So I believe in marketing. I market. I market the product day and night. At least 3 times a day, you should see my product. We should learn from the big brands like Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Coca-Cola have been, since I was young man, Coca-Cola was there. But reading about that, they still have got 5% profit that they dedicated for marketing. It should tell us a whole lot of things to say. Every company needs to have a marketing, somebody who market it daily. So for me, I believe, I know sometimes I'm too much on socials, but that's how I believe that people should see my product each and every day. I read a lot, and I once read, I think it was Destiny Man, or
Yes.
way some years back, and that thing stayed with me for a long time. She said, that person said, at least a day, I must have one person that recognize my business, and that's it. So since then,
Yes.
I don't mind whether I don't get likes or people doesn't realize it. But one thing that I've learned, that even when people doesn't react to your social poster, they see the product. So it's funny that when we there at Caravan, there's a lot of people that I said, I've seen you in a Twitter, I've seen you in where. So you don't undermine the power of social network. So I use the social platform for my benefit every day.
And talking about your caravan and posting about your business, and you mentioned the big brands that are also doing exactly the same. No matter how big they are, they advertise every day. Some of them, when the advert comes, we're like tired of them. Like, oh, these guys, they're always advertising. But what they're doing to you, they're getting into your subconscious mind.
Yes.
And hence, there's a certain drink that came to your mind immediately when you thought about marketing.
Yes.
There are a lot of cold drinks that we can talk about, but this specific one that, when there's a crate of cold drink, that one won't miss. You won't miss it. It will be there.
Yes.
So that is why I'm saying marketing is very important, because there are a lot of people who are selling the same food. Maybe they cook better than you.
Very, very
but
true.
we don't even know who they are. We
That's
will
true.
only see them maybe because I drive around that area, then I see them cooking, that's why I'm going to stop. Maybe I'm at the mall and they're outside the mall, that's where I'm going to be able to see them. But you are doing exactly the same business, but your business is not a lot by a lot of people. The reason why I want to talk about your social media platforms, there's a lot of celebrities that you have taken photos with. I believe you have met more celebrities than all of us here through your business, because
Yes.
every person eats. And that's one thing that people don't realize. It doesn't matter whether you're the president or whoever, you will eat
Yes,
at
true.
the end of
That's
the
true.
day. And it's convenient to get a place just near the road. You turn there and you get your food. How many, like, not how many, but what, maybe 5 celebrities that you have met at your restaurant?
Oh well, yeah. Like I said, I believe in the power of marketing. I started. I think when we started very earlier, we had fortunate to have our Queen Makadzi, Queen Yamavenda. Yes, she was one of the person that when we started come, and by doing so, people want to connect with the brand. The fact that Makadzi was there, I think that was a very phenomenal to us to say, if Makadzi can go and eat at that under the tree, they wanted to know
What is it?
what is it about that place. So we were fortunate about that, but we've got a lot of people that Queen Bee was also part. Questa is my regular, and that Kabza, the small, it's also my client. The late DJ somebody was also my client. There's a lot of many. There's a lot of people that comes to mind that they come to us, obviously by the word of mouth. And I'm not so sure whether I did 5, but there are a lot of people. It's just that some of them they're not coming to my mind, but there's a lot of people, and we were fortunate because now even the MECs, the people of power,
Yes.
they are coming. We always laugh when the people after the golf, playing the golf on Saturday, they
Yes.
come to our under the tree caravan. So that's motivate to say we managed to have anyone, people of the high power, individuals that comes there and sit and just have a meal and enjoy. Friends do come and have a meal and enjoy. So it become a place of many things. People, I've seen a lot of deals that were signed there under the
Yes.
trees. Your lawyers comes there and do the contract there. So it become a place where everyone wants to relate. Sometimes I think one of the things that people enjoy at R55, just the nature under the tree. There's a lot of air, breathing good air that is there. It's the place doesn't push you. It's not that glamorous. It reminds you of your home. It reminds you of where you
Yes.
come from, where you can relax and forget about your pressure of the city. So I think that works for us. And in day to day, we get more and more people of the high profile. I was very happy recently when the G20 and people have to, during lunch, they ran to my caravan, and I was so amazed and very happy to say, if we could take people from where they could eat the best meal and they just wanted to eat mokodu, maguru,
Yes.
and yellow pap.
Yes.
So it shows that there's a need, there's a lot of people that need a traditional food. And that's where we are giving them every day, and we give them different options to eat. You've been with a caravan,
Yes.
there's a lot of options that you can have. Not even to say we even have erotic meals like a crocodile which
Yeah.
we even sell during the week, and goat meat. So yeah, the journey has been exciting. Well, it was not easy, but where I am, I'm very happy and feel blessed to say God has been with us throughout the journey. And what I can encourage people that want to start it, just to say it will be difficult. I must say it will be tough.
Yes.
There was a time where it take toll on my health. That's one thing that you need to know, that when you are working hard, even your body, it's gonna be challenged, and
Yes.
you'll be challenged mentally, physically, and so forth. But if you have got the drive, and I think one of the things that pushes me is the love of people. I've loved people.
Yes.
I've brought up in a family where my father my father was a school principal and a businessman. Obviously, there was everyone at my family. This everyone that comes from 6 o'clock. We know there should be people at home. So I think that uh, give me a background to say the love of people grew up from there. So when I meet any client, whether they're rich or poor, it just gives me joy. There's something
Yes.
about that place that when I'm there, my staff will always say, "Hey, when Amara, every time you come here, that's when the lot of clients comes in
Come,
numbers."
yes.
And I said, "I don't know. It's a blessing from God, but I'm happy where we are and happy where we're going. Obviously, the brand need to be the plan is to develop brand to another provinces. So there's a lot of demand from Cape Town. I've got a lot of calls that people from Cape Town want it.
Wow.
From people from Venda and Durban. I get a lot of people that says where we are, we are missing this kind of food. So that's a plan to say future we need to expand it to another provinces as well. So yeah, I'm just excited.
That's so beautiful. That's so
Yes,
beautiful.
excited.
And talking about the G20, you are telling me that there were foreign nationals from other countries who were coming with the locals saying, you know what, there's a place where we can go and eat. And they come there and sit and eat our food.
Yes.
Because you don't sell the fancy food that we know
Right.
from big restaurants. You sell our traditional food most of the time. Of course, you would bring in crocodile meat and all these other things, but most of the time is our traditional food, mhodu and all these things. So, and you are saying that people are loving this so much in such a way that even when you're a politician of high caliber, you are going to come and sit under a tree and eat mkhodu or eat just mautwana. Yes, all these things. Womakwanda.
Yes. I think with our busy life here in the city, we tried. I always look at this way. When I was thinking, what can I do as a business?
Yes.
I think, let me give people things that they don't have time for that to cook. Like for hard body, it takes 2 hours or an hour
Yes.
to cook hard body. Most of the people here are very busy. They're studying. They've got wife. They've got husband. They've got kids. They're always tired. I've seen that with me as well. Being a father of 3 as well, and the wife and family and friends. We usually don't have time, and we usually come home and just cook quick pasta and so forth. And I always laugh about it. And I said, even your wives, you guys, when you talk to the guys, you say, oh, your wives nowadays, because they don't even have time. Some of them, they grow up in the family where they were not cooking. Now they cook with the books and so forth.
Yes.
So they put a lot of spices and so forth. And we laugh about it because even when we start, it was most of our customer was men. That now it's 50-50, the women that
Women are
comes.
there also.
So I think when we are here, we don't have time. To cook mukhodo, you have to clean it. That thing spend a hour just to clean
Yes.
it correctly. So most people, they don't have luxury of that.
Yes.
The electricity bill are so high rocking. It's also. So if you come to me and I give you mukhodo, which you can eat 2-3 people for 100 rand, you save your time, you save your money, you save a lot of things. And by doing so, it means that I give people things that they need. They need it in a daily. Everyone wants to eat, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, we eat. So I try to give them those things that you don't have time for that, or
Yes.
you don't have it at your home. To get a hard body, it's a hassle in town to kill it and prepare it. So I try to get things that you don't have. It's funny that we talk about Magwan, the chicken mix, we call it chicken mix. Recently, it's one of the top selling.
Wow.
That is chicken feet, intestine, neck, and gizzards. You know, and growing up, people used to say, "Oh, we've eaten this thing for so long."
Exactly.
But it's funny how it turns. Now it become one. I don't know how many pots do we cooked in a day.
And talking about that, do you realize that all the things that we hated to eat when we were young, like makwanda, the intestines, all these things that we used to cry and say, but you can't give me these, your vegetables, muroho,
Bobola.
bobola, all these things. We used to hate them so much when we were growing up. Now the parents are not even there to guide us and say to us, eat this. We are the ones who are coming to you now.
I think as much as we do cook and Western food, you relate to me. If you've been staying in a hotel for 3 to 5 days, you end up being
Yes.
like here, not even want to eat
Yes.
anything. So those food you can eat, your fries you can eat for 2-3 days, but at some point you just need pap and simple things like bobola or cabbage and so forth. So and ox heads sometimes. So I think you can guarantee you don't have oxide in your house.
No, I don't.
So
I teach at R55.
exactly, you don't have time to go and look for that. So I give you those things that you don't have time for that, and you miss them because, I mean, you can eat your chicken grilled and whatnot, but you will realize, especially for us that grew up in Limpopo, I always laugh about it. For all my entire 35 years, I never seen my father eating rice or anything. He was eating pap
Yes.
from Monday to Monday. So those things, I think it's a stable food. And I always said, we cooked in a way that it reminds you of your grandmother's house. You know, growing up, everyone was happy when they go to grandmother's
Yes.
house. There was just a joy.
Yes.
Grandmother would cook, not even fancy food, but we, as a cousin, would be so happy to be there. So I'm sending you to your kids, to when you are still very young. What do you enjoy? It was playing around and eating grandmother's food. So I send you to your memory back to where we come from, which we
Yes.
miss. You see, there's a very few places that you can get delele. So I cook delele. What do you call it in English, Konje?
I forgot the
Accra, is
name.
it Accra?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Okra. Yes,
Okra,
okra,
yes.
yes.
So I cook such things that you're not gonna be easily found it here in Gauteng. So I think this is one of the people spotted to say, at Manenzhe you'll find everything. I always laugh. You know how funny it is the way I want to explore food.
Yes.
At some point we cook giraffe. And I only tried it once, and I said, no more. I cannot do this because it was just have a bad smell. Apparently, they say it like a donkey. But you see, I try to be out of the norm.
Yes.
People are so relaxed in a way that we want to do a norm. I want to travel with the same route that I know. Sometimes in life, you even when you travel abroad, you realize there's a lot of ways to do things. So my idea or thinking, I'm thinking out of the box.
Yes.
Your normal caravan or market that you grow up knowing. Obviously, we still use the same. Like for instance, if we cook mara, which is chicken intestine, you still get that in Toyando under the tree. That's the same, but we try to be out of the box to say this is how you should do things. This is how you should do business. One need to think beyond to say, how do I attract people? Because, like I said, it's not like I cook food more than everyone in Gauteng.
No,
It's
no,
not that.
no.
But you need to come with a strategic or a way that you can attract people to say, why should I pass
Why should I?
caravan A to go to Manenzhe? There should be something that said, come to this side. So I do it in a way that I try to be out of the box. I think that's people that have made money before, like people that have come with the app, they've tried something that was never done.
Yes.
So I try to to make things which was there for ages and try to say, how can I glamorize it in a today's world that it can attract young people and older people. And unfortunately, food attract people. So that's why I think we are doing fine.
And let me tell you, if you can take this caravan now and go and put it in the center of London,
Yes,
it will be packed.
it will.
You know why? I was watching a social media during the week, and a lady in Uganda was teaching people how to cook
Okra.
okra. Yes. And if you will realize that a lot of food that we eat and we call that traditional food to us, all the tribes in South Africa have some sort of cooking that they do when they're cooking such food. And even outside the country, in the African continent, a lot of places have the same food. And the difference is the name. They'll
Yes.
tell you the name, and then you'll be thinking, nah, it's something else. Maybe let me go taste. Then when you get the, no, man,
It's the same
this is
thing.
the same thing that I eat at home.
Look, locally or around South Africa, it's kind of like the same. It's also differ on the tribe. I'll give you an example. One of the people that love dumpling, Xhosas and Zulus, those are the things that they eat. Obviously, with vendors, we eat pap most of the time. So we try to to make sure that each and every person it get what they need.
Yes.
So umuleqa, it's hard body in
Okay.
Xhosa. Lusu is maguru. So
Okay.
it's the same thing. It's just they've got different way that they use in their language.
Yes.
I could give you an example. We were blessed or we're fortunate that I've got Nigerian clients that comes to caravan. They love hardboard. It's still hardboard. They've got their own way that they cook. Obviously, even in the future, my plan is to have all this food that, like for Nigerian food, Ghana food. But you look at tilapia, most of them, they love fish. They love fish, they love goat, they love hard body. So it's one of the things that they love. It reminds them of home. So we collaborate that where people can come and eat what they eat at home. For instance, very few people are selling cooked mashonja. That is mopani worms. Vendor people, it's one of the things that we love. So those ones are the ones that I try to collaborate to say each and everybody I should serve them. So it will expand. At some point you come and say we have got 30 different meals because I'm looking at expanding to other cultures. Like you said, you go to, I've got a friend who's in London and they always phone me and said, Joe, do you know how difficult just to get, I'm so happy that I get yellow pap. I'm so happy that I get a shop that is selling bravos and chocolate. So food, I could say it's something that everywhere, every culture, they've got a way to celebrate. And we know with people when we celebrate, we have got food.
Yes.
What celebration without food?
Without food,
It's
you're not
sad.
celebrating.
So yeah, obviously the world is big, but we will try to set all African people what Zimbabwean eat, sadza. We'll try to accommodate them so that everyone, when they miss home, they know that there's Manenzhe that they can go and connect with where they come from. Vegetables, we've got different vegetables. We've got boboda. We have got. It's funny that even like you said, people. It's the same thing that they name in the different names.
Yes.
You go and see mushiji. In Zambia, you call it something, but it's mushiji. So those are the things that I look at and said, how do I collaborate with that?
So I want to come to this part. You have employees, because we can talk about the cooking, we can talk about these things, we can talk about the nice food, and all we see is the nice food when we get there.
Yes.
But that nice food has to be cooked by people and must be sold by people, and then it's money exchange in between.
Yes.
How do you manage your staff? Because when I get there, they are so happy, and they run that business as if this is their own business.
I think with me, with the background that I had, I was fortunate to learn to work with staff at the early age. What I do, I try to make sure that everyone get numerations that are market related.
Wow.
Obviously, I cannot give them a lot of money because I'm not
Yes.
rich yet. Maybe in future. So I try to put myself in their shoes to say, if I give somebody a small salary, would I be motivated to wake up in the morning?
No.
No. So definitely no. So I need to look at that to say, I need to pay them market related salary.
Yes.
I treat people with respect. I don't see myself as a CEO of the company. I treat myself as like them. They know.
Exactly.
If we're eating bread and avocado, we are all eating. We are the same. If you can come and find me washing the plates, that's what I do. If you come and see watching me cleaning the tables, I don't define myself as a CEO. I define myself as my colleagues. And I've made it clearly to say, guys, this is your business.
Yes, and they take it like
This is, if you perform well, you're going to get bonuses. If you
Wow.
don't perform, I don't perform miracles. I'm not Jesus. I will give you, this is what you've done. So it's up to you. I still remember, like I said, like every other home, it never be perfect. I used to fight about time. I'm very strict with time. I'm a person that respect time. So if they're late, I always tell them, you are not punishing me. You are punishing yourself. That 30 minutes that you're late, it could make a lot of difference in sales. And it means that you are affected.
Yes, of course.
So I do that. Obviously, any person need to feel, a workplace need to be a place where they can feel relaxed and feel that they're important. I also make sure that I make everybody to feel special. Whether you're a driver, whether you're a waiter, I need to treat you with a respect so that you can feel special.
Yes.
Everybody wants to feel special. I think one of the
Yes,
things
true.
that I do, it's not all about food only. I train them to say, when the client comes, make them to feel special.
Wow.
Make that to feel that I can come back tomorrow.
Customer service.
So customer service is everything. I don't think if you go and get a bad service, you can come back tomorrow.
No.
So I as much as sometimes they're tired, but I try to teach them to say, smile, give a client time, give a client. Sometimes people come, they can come and there's 15 different foods. They spend 5 minutes deciding what to eat. By then, if you're not trained, you get irritated to say, but you've been standing there for long. So I teach them to say, make client feel special. And other thing that is important is the turnaround time.
Yes.
Sometimes people are at lunch. They don't have to wait 15 minutes for too long. Make sure that you serve them quickly. One of the things that I've learned from one of big brands, I will mention it, sorry if you're not, like McDonald's.
Yes.
I don't think McDonald's, it's all about burgers. It's all about the time that we spend there. You are there, they ask you what you want, jiggy jiggy, you're done. So we need places where you served in time. You don't have to wait for food. So I think it become convenient to most of the people to say, oh, I'm hungry, let me just grab McDonald's. So this is one of the things that I said, time, it's for good essence, and you need to make sure that you treat them with special. For instance, if the client comes and it's raining, what do? There are people that are working outside the caravan. Go and assist. If it's the lady, if you've got umbrella, go and assist. Let them feel welcome and let them feel that love.
Yes.
So I demonstrate love to my clients so that even when tomorrow comes, it's funny that, and sometimes because I meet a lot of people in day to day, Some of them I don't remember them. And I came, people, I will manage, And I think, try to think. And I'll have
Yes.
conversation. Oh, yeah, I know you from this. So these are the things that if you're a leader or if you're somebody who works with people, you need to have patience. And not every day we've got patience.
No.
Sometimes we are not in a good mood.
Yes.
You know, I always say it's difficult to be a leader. Sometimes the money are not balancing. But I have to go there and smile and be happy. And sometimes I've got my personal issues that affect me. I'm not in a
Yes.
good space. But if you're working with people, every day I need to be in a good space for them. Everybody have their own issues. When they
Yes.
go there, they don't want such a treatment.
No.
So I think that there's a whole lot of things that contribute to be a good leader and to make sure that people, you treat them with respect. I've got a lot of people that go and get another job and come back.
True. That is very true.
So it says a lot about the
yes,
treatment.
the leadership.
Yes.
And let's talk about now a young man out there. He has been glamorizing, he has been looking at Mr. Manenzhe, Mr. R55, and he's thinking, you know what, this guy had it easy. That is why he's where he is. But from what you have said, there's a lot that you have told us that speaks deep into, our being to say, look, I went through a lot for me to be where I am. What do you say to a boy who's sitting at home and say, I'm unemployed, there's nothing I can do?
I would say, first of all, you need to know exactly what you want to do. It took me 2-3 years without knowing what I need to do. I love cooking. I grew up in a family of 7 boys, and the last born is a girl. So I've been cooking for all my life. But for me to come to the point where I said I need to start catering business, it took a lot. I have to think.
You're a man on top of that.
Yes. And at the other hand, I was doing other things that was not even that big. So you need to identify what you really want to do. And once you identify, make sure that you are ready to work. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of disappointment as a businessman. Sometimes you have got estimation sales, it's not coming all right. There will be a lot of disappointment. Staff leaves and not even go there to, let's say, to somebody who are starting. Sometimes, let's say, for instance, you're selling perfume or whatever case, that's small stuff. Sometimes people are not going to pay you in time and all that. So you will get a lot of disappointment along the way. But if you really know that what you want to look, I always laugh with people. I need to be in the next KFC. And you know, I used to remember when we started, I used to tell my employees, like, this is going to be a big brand, you know. And by then, people were like, but we're selling 10 plates. And I would be so excited coming to them. It's like, guys, I'm going to go international. We're going to be big. This brand is going to be big. By then, it's 5 years back. They have no idea that we're going to be that big.
Yes.
But one need to trust that this is what I'm going to do. And it to take long, even if it's to take long to be there, I will be there. So one need to see themselves as a successful person. But the process is difficult. I think most of us glamorize being a business person. It's not, you can always go ask Oma Gwabeni to say, how did he come where he is? All these big people in Venda as well to say, how did you? They've been through a lot. And sometimes I feel like, guys, I don't have energy to go on. But the drive always there. So
the drive is always there.
Then give yourself a grace. I always said, give yourself 5 years to see if the thing's gonna work or not.
True.
And if you fail, there's no way to hold on things that are not working. Go try other stuff.
Yes. Oh, wow, that is a mouthful, and we really appreciate the fact that we had the time to sit with you. And you know, we know that right now is very busy. It's festive seasons.
Yes.
Is very busy right now, and you managed to come and see us, and we appreciate that a lot. As the Financial Literacy Corner, we want to see people succeeding. We want to see your businesses going places, and we really appreciate the fact that you are not giving up. and you are not letting negative things, because there are negative people out there. So we will try to discourage you, but you're not letting that get into you, because you're a black business and you are making moves out there. And you have employed a lot of people, you are feeding a lot of families, and we appreciate that also. Thank you so much. And where do we get hold of you if we want to get hold of you on social media and all those places?
Yeah, social media, it's Samuel Manenzhe, and it's Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, I'm the one that is active. Instagram, I'm not that active, but I'm there.
Yes.
And also, you can find me at 076 317 0842. 076 317 0842. And I would like to challenge you as the time that I managed to get today. I've got a view, or I've got my cry to say, if as a black business we can have the training like this, where we come as a group and talk about this issue. Because most people we don't know where to go to talk to. So I would like you to say, think about it during festive, go and think about it. But I would love to be a part where we have got the training, maybe 3 months, each 3 months we come as people, and people want to be in business. And everyone just want to know the stories, because I think there's no lot of stories that are talked about our business, our failure, and our success. So go think about it. I'm in for that. Next year, March, April, let's have session where we assist young people and others. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And when talking about that, we have a WhatsApp group of more than 100 businesses. One of them is the lady sitting there. Yes, so
I would like to join
group,
that.
and then this is for businesses that are starting, when you and all that, and we do lives when you're talking about the mornings. Every morning we wake up and we do lives Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30. We were just talking about compliance, taxation, accounting, starting a business from scratch. Some are coming there and say, "Oh, we don't know what to do. We have started a business and the business is not going well." And then we say, "Okay, what is your business? What do you do?" We then give them tips on how to market. And the next thing, when they come back 2 weeks down the line, "Oh, I have 2 clients. I have 3 clients." And then we start from there, because these small businesses, like you're saying, they don't have anyone taking care of them.
Mentorship is not there.
Mentorship is not there. And we are challenged, and we are going to be doing that next year.
I'm open to that.
Please.
To assist the ones that they want assistance.
Thank you.
Because I think I've learned from myself. I didn't have a direct people that I can go
then
and
you have to make all the mistakes.
So
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
If you are watching us and you are where you are right now and you have enjoyed this episode, the Financial Literacy Corner is a place where you need to be. If you don't want your money to disappear like airtime, subscribe to this channel for more financial tips.